So what is this? What is this called? What is this called? Oh, I don't know. What is this body part called? I don't know. This is how I was about almost 7 years ago. I had a stroke, basically. This is what I'm talking about because I had arteriovascular malformation that I apparently was born with, but then it just imploded and then it caused a hemorrhage in my brain, in my left hemisphere. So that was about 7 years ago, almost 2011, and I was doing fine before that. I was just moving along, with life and just, going to work, being able to drive, walk, everything. But then suddenly, one night, it just slipped out. It just totally changed. I woke up in the hospital at Cedars, and my family and friends were there, and I was wondering, where am I? Wow, this is amazing. I didn't know that I would be hospitalized, and they came and told me that, oh, you just had surgery. The surgeon operated on you because you're bleeding out from your left hemisphere of your brain. So it was arteriovascular malformation. And they tested me. They would say, who's the president of the United States? I would say Barack Obama. And then they would ask me, what is this called? What is this body part called? And I would go, oh, I don't know where I would go. I would have no idea. I would be able to express myself, express my language. I could actually understand people's language, understand people's words, but I wouldn't be able to express it. So that was an ordeal. That was really hard to be in the hospital for a month. I had to go through physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, because when you're in bed so long, you just get so weak. That was a wake-up call, and it was challenging too because I'm always independent-minded, and my doctor said, you might not be able to drive again or go to work again. And they told me that, we'll see, you're going to have another surgery, and you have your drains too, and your shunt, maybe a shunt. You might need a shunt as well. But I kept going on, and I kept moving on and going through therapy and following what people were telling me, giving me suggestions to get stronger. And I kept going on, and I actually didn't have to have a shunt, so that worked out. I had my surgery, and I went to acute rehabilitation, which is also a hospital. It's part of the hospital. So you stay about a week, and you do it's like a big gym. It's like a hospital gym. You do 3 to 5 hours of physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy every day, and it's really intense. And usually insurance, they give you a week, the most is 2 weeks usually, to stay there, and then you have to go home with home health or outpatient physical therapy, which is what I did. And I continued doing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy at the clinic, and I would occasionally, then I eventually was able to drive. I got myself back into the gear of things. I deleted Facebook because I was always on that before. So I no longer have Facebook. I don't really use any kind of social media, and I just use other ways to be social. So it was really awakening moment in my life. So I still actually have occasional short-term memory span where I can't remember people's names or the names of various objects or things, unless I constantly talk about it or see it every day. But I'm working on it because I hope to get into acting or stage or theater sometime. So I need to keep on practicing my speech and memorizing lines as well. I'm actually really grateful that it turned out I can go back to work. I eventually went back to work only after 4 months after I got out of the hospital. They said, you'll be out of work for maybe 2 years, but I proved them wrong. But mostly I I proved it for myself. So glad to have gone through that rehabilitation.